Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Susan Ryder, and welcome to Scholarly Writing. I'm going to discuss Module 1 and give some pro tips for the upcoming assignment. I have it ready to go here. So we're going to be grounding in research and what this is really getting at. So the skills mentioned in the orientation were that first we're going to pick a topic, and then we're going to get practice in using the online library, professional websites, and or government websites to locate a few references to align with our topic. So let's talk about the topic. Choose something that's related to your major. Also know that you have a lot of variety. You simply choose something that you're interested in learning about for five weeks. By the time we get to module 5, you'll probably have 10 to 15 references. So not a lot of time, and but specific time and time well used. So choose a topic, and I'm just going to use, for example, classroom organization for the sake of this, just going through these steps with you. Okay. So we're going to, number 1, when we go to write, we'll have an introduction paragraph. I have the template that I'm going to show you here in just a minute and talk through some pro tips there. So we're going to identify that topic. We're going to have it, once we get past the introduction, we're going to have a few paragraphs relating to our topic itself. So number 1, we already know we're going to have at least 3 references for this because we have 2 articles to find and we have a topic to discuss. Once we get to step 2 and we've located our articles, we are going to then paraphrase them. So each one will be discussed separately. In-text citations throughout every paragraph is a must. Yes, all the time. And then once we get done discussing them, you're going to give the content of one, paraphrase the content of the other. Then with step 3, you're going to compare them to each other. Did one have a more scholarly tone? Was one more systematic? Different things of that nature. Now, determining what's more effective is in the eye of the beholder. It depends on what you were looking for. Simple as that. So as you're comparing them, you're extracting out some highlighted information and discussing why that was important to relate to your topic. When it says to write 2 to 3 pages of content, that means 2 full pages of content moving into the 3rd page at least. The title page does not count and the references do not count. Also, side note, always remember the page numbers. You will use an APA title APA 7th edition title page. Now, we don't need a running head for scholarly papers, not until you get into the concept paper and dissertation work where that is required. All right, let's show you the templates. I have added this to the announcements. And I'm also going to stick this video there once it's done rendering. Again, we always want that page number. Always page numbers. I have the running head here. For example, if we were going to have it in every page, you would simply have it up here as well. And if y'all remember, APA 6th edition had the words running head before the all caps title. 7th doesn't have that anymore. All right, real quick, the introduction, instead of having the word introduction, is now the title of the paper. This template, or guide rather, it really is a guide more than it is a template, is giving you tips and information on how to be successful with this assignment as you read through. Your topic, 2 paragraphs elaborating on that topic. So if I had 2 paragraphs to fill about a topic, I would probably have 3, 4 references just to keep it interesting. Keep it interesting. When we also attach key terms to it. So if I'm looking at classroom organization, perhaps I might find my key terms may be desk arrangement in groups, desk arrangement in in the lines, in the rows, different things. But if I'm looking at classroom organization, am I also looking at what technology is in the room, what items need to be in the room, all those types of things? I can choose 3 or 4 key terms that interest me and list them in italics and in alphabetical order. And I have something for you at the end here after the references to share. Again, you'll have your two sources analyzed, one, then the other. The first sentence example, oh, yes, this goes up here for your dealing with the locating of your references for the articles. You'll have a three sentences, because every paragraph has to have 3 sentences minimum. Your first line of the paragraph, basically, when you're talking about finding resources, is, as an example, the ACE Library One Search was used to locate 2 scholarly articles. And then you can say the keyword search, key terms were, list them. And then you can say something to the effect of professional association and government websites were considered as well or used. Again, so you're going to elaborate on your first one, in-text citations throughout every paragraph. Same with the second one. Step 4, determine which one was, we also have to do that comparison. Remember, follow the steps themselves. Evaluate which one you preferred or what one was better because of why. Every essay has to have an introduction and a conclusion. It may not always state that, but every essay has a beginning and an end, right? So the introduction is going to say tell me what I'm about to learn. The conclusion is going to tell us what you just taught me. References, you're going to have a minimum of 3. I'd suggest 6 or 7. I mean, why not learn? Why not have more variety in there? But again, I'm looking for a minimum of 3. Okay, this is copied from a dissertation chapter 2 literature review checklist. Why do I have this here for you? It is because that is a space in dissertation work, which may seem far away right now, but it's great to practice now. This is their guide. And so basically I just shared with you the same thing to benefit your essay. You provide the databases that you used, which is going to be ACE and or another one, EBSCOhost, whatever you prefer. But you're going to provide what you used to go find your information. Then you're going to provide the key terms. What were your search terms? So you just list them, as I stated a little bit ago, and in italics, alphabetical order. And then, just for the sake of knowing, in yellow here, it says that books, government sites, and professional organizations are acceptable as non-scholarly sources, that newspapers, magazines, and blogs are not. So always know that, mostly because they're not vetted. And so we have to use our discernment when we're choosing articles to support our work. All right. Excuse me. That's all I have for you. Please send me any questions when you have them, and I will talk to you later.